Raheja to present the bouquet to Sri S.C. Panda and welcome him on behalf of all of us. Raheja to present the bouquet to His Excellency the Ambassador of Bulgaria. And to His Excellency the Ambassador of Suriname. Mr. Raheja, kindly present the flower to His Excellency the Ambassador of Suriname.
Very good morning to all of you. Today we have got one more opportunity here to present a clear conception about special economic zones which have of late been introduced into the Indian economy so that the Indian economy can compete globally, it can create employment opportunities, it can create investment, and it can make our young people to really grow and really enable them so that they can do they can carry the India of tomorrow along. Economic zones actually are deemed foreign territories. Why they have been created? They have been created with a simple objective of creating a territory where normal hassles of work, that is getting so many clearances, so many bureaucratic hurdles, and they are all done away with. They are a deemed foreign country within the country. Anything going into that foreign country, that is the SEZ, is a foreign country. Anything going to the SEZ is an export. Anything going out of the SEZ to any other country, Government of India has no intention to levy taxes on that because it is already a foreign country which is exported to another country. So they are a hassle-free enclave. This idea is to be understood very well, and probably there is a lot of confusion on this, that special economic zone is like any other industrial area in the country. No, it is not. It is to empower the Indian economy to create a hassle-free environment where there are no bottlenecks, where there is a free atmosphere to work. And since India has a large manpower bank and cheap resources still available, to make use of them so that the foreign countries where their total man-hour cost is very high, infrastructure utilization costs are very high, taxations are very high, there are social security costs also there. If they take their offshoring to Indian territory, in the SEZ, that is another country, so they can create a sub-country of their country within India. Any country who looks at that his production cost is not able to compete with the same model, you create from that country, you come to India, you create your own territory, you create your own small country within that place, make utilization of Indian resources which are extremely competitive, cheap manpower, and then you do re-export, because that re-export will be much cheaper than if you produce in your own country. The basic idea of special economic zones is this. So we have to understand that special economic zones make business sense from one perspective, that it is cheap product offshoring facility, from the other perspective, which it is not meant only for export. You can sell your production to to Indian market as well. People who come and start in special economic zones today, at the very beginning, will really be able to make a difference for themselves. This is what is to be understood very clearly. When you come to India in special economic zone, you are able to make use of production facilities, cheap manpower and a vast domestic market, and still you can re-export also outside India. And even if you produce for re-export, that is much cheaper. Basically, another factor why they have been created is there is a mindset which probably is correct or to some extent, that when you come and want to work in India, there are so many bottlenecks. There are so many formalities, so many clearances, so many problems. So when you work in a normal Indian setup, it becomes difficult to work because of so many hassles which are created by the system which is there, present system. But when you do it in the special economic zone, it is a hassle-free environment. You get clearances in a period of 15 to 30 days. You can really start production as well. You can start your work. And as of today, there are 98 operational special economic zones, wherein there are about 2,300 plus units which have already started work. And they are doing a very good growth. If we look into the overall growth of the country in all other segments, and if we look at the growth of special economic zone, while in the country the average may be less than 10%, the special economic zones in India from 2006 onwards, they are growing at a rate which is more than 50%. Everything is facilitated by the developer and the development commissioner, and unit approval committee will clear your project or your case in a period of 15 days, and after that you can have a very free atmosphere. If it is a ready-made facility, you can start your work immediately, or you can have a plot on lease and construct your own facility there. The special economic zones, the main motive therefore is generation of additional economic activity, promotion of exports, promotion of investments, facilitating foreign companies to come in India and put up their bases as fast as possible, and creation of, naturally it will all lead to creation of employment opportunities for our young Indian people, and most importantly, when we are exposed to a global competition, we are creating, in special economic zones, basically we are creating global level infrastructure facilities. So, with all this setup, I will like to give an idea that currently in India, the total investment which has gone into special economic zones, it is a surprise, maybe little surprising figure for all of us. It may look like, for the people who don't understand SEZs, it has already crossed 23 billion US dollars in such a short time. And it has already generated employment which is probably now close to or over 4 lakh. Let us look at India as a destination free of hassles, infrastructure and incentives to compete and perform, where an average Indian, after completing studies, will be thinking of self-employment, growth and self-empowerment. And as all of us grow together, India grows. Thank you very much.